What's up, everybody? Episode 22. I'm here to say I do my live wrap-up every day at 4:30. Thank you for joining me. Now, unlike other episodes where I start off and I'll tell you about what we saw in the market and where the market's heading, I wanted to do something a little differently today. Say you go to a lawyer, right? You want to know a little about the lawyer before you actually use his service. Say you're buying a car. You want to make sure the car salesman is selling you something that he has good information about. So quickly, about me, all right? I spent a number of years on Wall Street on the other side, manipulating you. And when I say you, I mean the retail trader out of money. Banks need to make money. Institutions need to make money. They pay lofty salaries. They pay huge bonuses. I know the tricks. So that's why I'm here. I am here to educate you and to share content of what I'm seeing. But let me tell you quickly about my team. Carlos, a lot of you know Carlos. He does the back end, the back office. He's great at media marketing, social media marketing. He's an amazing guy. He's got a great family, very supportive. He's just really smart, so I'm positioned with him. And then we have a third member of our team, who's John, who works on our video content. Now, John was hit by COVID pretty hard. They didn't think he was going to make it. He was actually put in a self-induced coma for like 40 days. Everybody said their goodbyes. He had to learn how to do everything over. The only thing he could use was one of his arms. So please bear with us. We try our hardest. We're here to help you. We only charge $3.49 a week for my platform. My platform is killing it, but I'm not there yet. Please pay this forward. So real quick, why I'm here, okay? There are 30 to 50 million new traders out there that just are trading the wrong way. So I'm here to educate you. I'm here to help you. I've got other videos. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. I'm here to disrupt the institutions, meaning I'm not here to make the institutions bankrupt. I'm here to disrupt the way they trade so that they don't steal money from you, from the retail trader. You guys work extremely hard for your money, and we're going to get to that in a little bit. I'm here to level the playing field, and I'm here to show you what I know about the market. So please pay this forward, share this video, share my links, share my Twitter, all that good stuff. I'm only here to educate. Other gurus will tell you, put you in stocks. I don't. I tell you guys, exit out with the most profit you want, 20%, 40%, 50%, whatever it is. All right, let's talk about real quick in the market today. All right, pre-market. When the market was tanking, I said, no worries. We all have our money on the side. Why? Because we took profit yesterday. So that's great. Everybody else was struggling today. The market was getting beat up right and left, uppercut, whatever it was. I told you guys pre-market, and I'll show you a tweet later, that we were looking at UVXY because when it spikes, what do? We buy puts. When everything spikes, what do? We buy puts. And when I say that, I mean the SQQQ was spiking because the NASDAQ was off like crazy. The Dow was off 550 points. Are you crazy? End of the day, the Dow was off 360 something points, 325, whatever it was. And then it closed at what? Minus 160. Yeah, there was crazy buying at the end of the day. So what do I think about tomorrow? I think my UVXY puts are going to kill it. The UVXY is going down. I think I have Carnival. I mentioned that. I'm going to share my positions that I entered into a little bit later. And why am I going to share them? Because when I give an alert that I entered into a position and it's green and I'm showing you it's green, guess what happened 10 minutes after? It went red. So everybody, there's no excuses. I gave you a position and you guys got in better again. What can I do to get the better position? I just can't beat you at that. I give an alert, it goes down. I give it another alert, it goes up. So here we go. Entry point. Something I want to preach about today, okay? Entry point is most important. Again, I got in my options a little early this morning, but when I gave the alert, you guys got in at the best entry point. So when I'm returning 25, 30%, you're returning 40 and 50%. Entry point significant because a lot of people were just watching today, watching their stocks go down. 2 out of every 3 stocks went down today. So if you made money like me, I made 36% on my options trades today. 36%. Okay, so we're real happy about that. Plan ahead. Next, somebody said, I was in a meeting. I can't help it. Plan ahead. As soon as you buy your options position, I speak about this every night. As soon as you buy an options position for $200 per contract, put in the order to sell it at whatever you want to take profit. 50%. Put it in at $3 per contract. Sell. You're in a meeting. Great. You're picking up your kids from school. Doesn't matter. If it hits that, you'll make 50%. We're not in here to watch the stock market. We're not here. It's not a video game, a TV, a movie. We have to plan ahead. So when it spikes, we're there. When it dips. Okay, so real quick, I didn't give a video to my platform members at 2:15 today before the Fed spoke today. Why? Because I knew the market would overreact. We're in the UVXY. We're in all these things that if they scare sell, they're going to lose money. And instead, we are profitable. Okay, so we're going to talk about a couple of positions. that I entered into today. Then we're going to get to questions real quick because I don't like talking. I like answering questions. I like helping you guys out of positions. I like explaining things to you that you might not know or you might not understand, and that's why I'm here. Okay, so everybody's clear on that. I gave an alert out this morning again. UVXY, when it spiked to 545. Again, if you want to follow along, you can. UVXY is the volatility index. You've all heard of the VIX. So when there's a war going on or the Capitol building storming, the VIX spikes. What does it know how to do? It only knows how to go down. When the markets are stable, the VIX goes down. Now, the UVXY is like the VIX on steroids, meaning you take what the VIX does and you multiply it by 1.5 times. So when the markets start recovering like they did today, when there's no other news or crisis, say there's a peace negotiation between Israel and Palestine, what will happen? The VIX will go down. The UVXY will go down. That's what we're prepared for. The end of the day buying was a good sign because that will go down. All right. And I also mentioned Carnival Cruise Lines, all right, which we already know I had position from yesterday. So I entered into another position this morning. I'm up over 50%. I think I'm up close to 70%. But then I gave an alert to all my platform members. And again, I'll show you this slide in a couple of minutes. But I gave the alert and we bought June 4th calls and we paid $95 per contract. And I think we're up somewhere between 15 and 20% right now. Again, it isn't good yet. It will get much better. And I can promise you that. When I give an alert out, okay, then you guys are saying, well, he trades so many things. How am I supposed to figure it out? He's growing his account. Why can't I grow mine? When I give an alert out, I want my alert to be as 100% guaranteed as possible. So you're not getting 4 trades from me today. I gave 2 alerts out today. One was the UVXY puts when it was at 545, and then it went under $5. It's 488 it closed at. So that was one alert. The second alert was Carnival Cruise Lines. Again, Carnival was like $27 and maybe 30 cents. It closed at $27.50 something. It was as high as $27.70. So again, those are going to be 2 positions that are going to be 100% profitable. I don't want to just throw alerts at you. That's how I'm different from other gurus. I'm not on here after talking about this stock, that stock, this stock, whatever. You got to, all these returns. No, I'm telling you about the market. I'm telling you about the psychology behind trading. I'm a big believer that it's the psychology that moves the market. There are certain times that people don't want to buy. So if the market's capitulating or throwing up on itself, people don't want to buy. The same thing is true when the market's going up. Why does it go up so high? People have FOMO, fear of missing out. So they're chasing. All right, institutions don't chase. Institutions give you support. Meanwhile, the market's going down. They're giving you support. Okay, so I think we're almost done with my positions. Let's get to my slides real quick. I'm just going to go over them real quick. Okay, so this morning, pre-market, the market was throwing up itself, and I said UVXYSQQQ, prepare for today. Let's go to the next slide, please. It just meant that when it's done throwing up and it recovers like it did, we're prepared. Same thing, I told you SDOW as well, but as long as we're ready, and that's what one of the alerts is going to be about. So just please have it on your watch list, have it on your radar, and let's go on to the next slide, please. Let's see where we're at here. Okay, it's a gift. When the UVXY spikes, right? Because volatility is crazy. So it spikes. Anytime you have it on your watch list, it spikes. Guess what it knows how to do? It only knows how to go down, okay? It's doing a reverse split, meaning if it's at $4 by May 26th and it reverse splits, it's going to be $40. 10-to-1 reverse split. If you have $5 puts that go into like June, it's going to carry over into June. You'll have $50 puts. Okay, just multiply it by 10, whatever you do. If you have options contracts, say you have 2 options contracts, guess what? You still have 2 option contracts. You don't multiply that by 10. Only the stock price or the ETF price and only the strike price you multiply by 10 when they do a reverse split. But point is, it's a gift. Anytime you see UVXY, whether you're with my platform or not, when it goes up, you're buying puts at the very top. Why? Because it just goes down and down. So tomorrow morning, it will open at 482. My prediction is going to go down to 474 and probably breach 450 as long as we have a green day. Why do I think we're going to have a green day? The markets ended with crazy buying. Yes, there was profit taking, but there was intense buying. The Dow moved 160 points in like the last 20 minutes. The NASDAQ moved. I think it almost ended positive. That's crazy. All right, next slide, please, because we're going to get some questions. I want to help you guys out. Okay, today I mentioned a tracker. Plug was my tracker. It was a volatile time in the market. I think it was like 130. And then it was also, I mentioned something at 340. Okay, so Plug was my tracker. Point is, Plug was completely flat. And I said, if Plug ends higher, the markets will rebound. If Plug ends lower, that means there's going to be a sell-off. It's very volatile. There's high demand in Plug, but they get in and out first. So whatever you see in Plug, that's what's going to happen. You know what happened in Plug? Up towards the end of the day. I don't know how much it went up. I think over 1%, somewhere between 1% and 2%. Next slide. I think we're almost done with slides, and then we'll get to questions. Everything I bought, I am. Okay, so everything I bought this AM. I showed you 2 puts two different puts on UVXY. I showed you Carnival. Guess what happened after I tweeted this out? Guess what happened? It went down. All three of my positions turned red. So the fact that I crushed it today and I was up 30% cumulative, I gave this tweet out. If you put it on your watch list, you see where I enter and you're like figuring out, okay, I'll put a bid in 20% below Matt. Guess what? You got it. You got the 20% savings. So when I'm up 36%, you're up 50 something percent today. So good job, everybody. I want to get to questions. Next slide, please. We're crushing it today. UVXY. This is what the alert looks like. If you're part of my private Twitter, I tell you, expiration date, I tell you the strike price, I tell you what I just paid, $45. I say this is an alert. This is going on the spreadsheet. Now, why is that important? Because on the spreadsheet, my alerts, my options alerts are currently 75% profitable, meaning 3 out of every 4 options trade I give out. And I say, this one's a good one. This is what I'm doing because I only trade through transparency, but I put it is an alert. It makes money. 3 out of every 4. If you're betting with a bookie and you're 60%, you're killing it. 75% in options, I'm destroying it. If you're part of my platform, yeah, how is it only $3.49, Matt, if you're so smart? Because I want to reach the masses. Please pay this forward. If you're not part of our platform, you should really consider it. Just join for a week. I don't care. There's a website. It has rules, lessons, the psychology of trading. I'm giving you all of my information. So rather than going through K through 12, you're getting an AP class for $3.49 a week. Once you join my platform, you're probably going to stay because we make money. Next slide, please. All right, positions after today, something different. Oh, yeah, I was just telling you guys, my positions after I tweeted it out turned red. So everybody could have got in. No excuses. All right, next slide. I want to get to questions real quick. My tracker, I mentioned plugged. Yeah. So when I sent out a plug, again, it was negative, positive, whatever. We went over that. Let's go to the next slide. I think we're done, actually, and we can get to some questions. Oh, here's the alert for the June calls, June 4th. Carnival calls, $28 strike price. I paid $95 each. I tried to get in a bid for $90. So when I tell you guys, put in a bid, put in a cheap bid, right? I was trying to get them for $5 cheaper. It matters. It's 6%. 6% is a lot of money. If you compound it on all of your orders, say you do 100 orders in the course of a month, right? 6% on each order, you're missing out on a whole lot of money. It's like gold miners. All right, I think we're done. It's basically like gold mining. If you watch those gold mining shows, right? So they show you how they mine gold, and then they get the little tailings that sometimes go out. If they save the tailings, they can increase the efficiency by 6%, 10%. So I'm trying to make you guys more efficient traders. That's what it is. Secure better entries, secure better exits, make you more efficient. The more efficient you are, 2%, 3%, 4%, it adds up. Small piles become big piles. All right. Thank you, everybody. Please pay this forward. Share this video. Everything I do is organic. If you have questions about options, real quick, watch my options video. I dropped on this channel, so subscribe to my channel. It's about 14 minutes long. I simplify options. I make it real easy to understand. I give you one specific example that you can still get in. That's probably only up 40%. I think it's going to be up 100 to 400%. So please, after you're done with this, watch the options video. It's cool. I have other videos, and I stream every day at 4:30 p.m. A lot of you know it. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just pretty freaking smart. I would curse all the time. If I could curse on this, I would be like the Howard Stern of this. I mean, you guys got everybody in suits. You have Jim Cramer in a suit. You have all the guys on CNBC in suits. All right. I want to keep it real. I want to curse at you. If you say something stupid, I want to say, that's dumb. Here's why it's dumb, and figure it out. These guys, all they do is tout stocks. He talks about his charitable trust, and then he tries to get you to sign up for his platform. I guarantee it's more specs than my platform. I guarantee he doesn't care as much. I tweet and I share as much as I do because I care. It's crazy. I'll do another video of how I ended up helping everybody, how I became the social media person. And I'll make that a video. And if you guys are curious, you'll watch. I'll explain who I am, my background, what I see with numbers, what I see in the market. But let's go to questions, please. All right. You sold EBON for a loss. When I heard China put restrictions on crypto, your average was 515. Did you overreact? You probably did overreact. I mean, all crypto sold off. All exchanges like this sold off. So yes, you probably overreacted, but it also went down 10% today. You probably sold it when it was down 10% today. The problem with that is I heard people talking about crypto, and they said a correction for crypto would be 40%, which is what we saw. They said a bearish market for crypto would be like an 80% sell-off. You have to understand some of these cryptos, and I know we're deviating from your question, but some of these cryptos were up like 9,000%, 8,000%, 6,000%. So for them to go back 40%. They're still up like 2,000, 3,000%. So did you sell EBON? Yes, you did. But now you have money on the side. So if you make a quick 100% return on one of these option plays, guess what? That position, instead of waiting for months, would be profitable. But yes, I think EBON's going to go up. I'm surprised every time it gets knocked down, but I don't talk about it because I don't want to leave bag holders. I don't want people to invest and it go down 10%. I already spoke about scalping it at one point. So if you watch my previous episode, I think it was episode 17 or 18, I spoke about scalping EBON and taking profit each time. And that's how you cost average down maybe from 511 to like 311. You could probably save $2 by saving 20 cents over 10 different trades. All right, next question, please. Definitely going to lose my voice. Red day, green day for the fam. Yeah, the greatest thing about this is, you know how beat up the markets are, and everybody's just watching the markets and watching their stuff go down and down and getting more fearful. Then the Fed speaks and everything that they made during the day gets hit back down, which was great because we selected the best entry points. We picked the right stocks. We picked the right ETFs. We picked the right options play, and we entered correctly and smartly because if we needed to average down, we had the money on the side to average down. So it was great. Yes, a green day all around. It was crazy. Every red day seems to be green day for us. And when we actually have a green day, which I envision we'll have tomorrow, I expect to be extremely green, and I'm going to show it off, and you guys show it off as well. Private Twitter, public Twitter, doesn't matter. Show it off. UVXY, in, out of money, all day, and $5 puts, 520 would I have averaged down. Would I have averaged down? Yeah, so I'm assuming you didn't get into this position today, that you held your puts from overnight. So you held it from overnight. The same time I gave the alert to buy puts at 545. If you needed to average down, that was the perfect time. So anybody on my spreadsheet, if I point something out and I'm in like NNOX stock, right? NNOX, right? So I'm in the stock, it gets beaten down, and I point out that there's a huge volume spike. You can look at my spreadsheet on the app that we created. So it's on the app. You constantly have access to my spreadsheet, and you can be like, okay, well, he's in. His average is $28. The stock is $22 right now. Is it a buy? Yes, it's a buy. If I got in it and my average is 28 and something's 22 and I'm holding it, I think it's going up. If I'm in it and it's $8 and I bought in at 10, yes, it's probably a good buy. So in and out, would I have averaged down? Yes, I would have averaged down. I bought puts. I showed off my puts on Webull platform. I showed off my puts on Twitter. My puts are up like 30 and 40%. And again, I didn't even buy in at the peak. I bought in a little early, and then I averaged down. When I told you guys it was peaking at 545, I bought additional puts. I think I have like 200 contracts. So let me tell you really quick why I plan in advance, okay? You say, hey, Matt, why do you plan in advance? Because when I have over 200 contracts, some of my platforms only let me sell 200 per order. So if I have to put in or sell 400 contracts, I have to put in ahead of time. That way, when it spikes, these computer algorithms go off and they want my contracts. But nobody like you or I is buying 400 contracts. So that's why I say plan ahead, because it makes it so much simpler. You're trading like a computer. You're putting it in. If it spikes, the computer tells the other computer to buy your calls or buy your puts or whatever it is. And that's how you sell it. When you wait and you're like, okay, it spiked, I'm going to sell it right now. And you type in your computer, sell. By that time, it goes back down and you're not getting max profit. And then as it's going down, you're making less and less money. And then you chase and then you sell it too cheap. Now, if that's happened to you, then please, you need to join my platform. You need to read about planning ahead. Everybody that follows me, we plan ahead. As soon as we buy an option, we put in the order to sell it, all right? I know a lot of you can't day trade. You only have 3 trades per like 5-day period. We don't do that. So you're like, oh, this guy's talking about trades in and out. No, my trades are overnight trades. I know what your restrictions are, and I trade according to your restrictions so I can show you how to do it. My small account challenge, I started with $2,250. It went down to $1,500. I exited out of Robinhood with $6,000. I moved it to a different platform. Guess where I'm at? $22,000. Yes, $2,000 to $22,000, 5 weeks. I'll let you guys know how it turns out. I won $100,000 in the next month. So I'm going to take $2,000, turn it to $100,000. Next question. Finally getting it through my head to buy different options in the money when my original one is bad. Yes, so I did an options video again, and then I talked about it, episode 17. If you are losing money on an option, okay, as soon as it's down 40%, you can average down. Now, if your option is out of the money or expiring in 2 days and it's out of the money, you don't want to average down. You don't want to throw good money after bad money. So how do we average down? You go out a few more weeks and you buy the same option. If you had a strike price of $25, you go out 3 more weeks and you buy the same option. That way, if your stock doesn't rebound tomorrow or Thursday or Friday of this week, but it does next week, you're okay. So you'll lose 40% on this option that expires Friday. And then because you average down when the stock was down for your option that expires in 2 or 3 weeks, let's say June 4th or May 28th or June 18th, those are all options expiration dates that I own options in. The great thing is I average down. So like Plug, for example, right? Plug was beaten down to $20. Now it's like $27. When it was $20 and $21, I was buying options for June and September. Guess who's in the money? This dude right here. Usually I would say what has two thumbs and is in the money, this dude right here. But one of my thumbs is holding my computer because it's so windy out. Anyway, so yes, you understand it. Thank you for understanding it. It's very important. Everybody says, I'm an adult, I don't need rules. We all need rules. The whole thing I'm trying to teach you guys is take emotion out of trading. Don't get emotional. So if you're watching it and you're like, hey, Joe, my stock just went up to, it went down again, or something to that extent, don't be emotional. You don't really care. Somebody said to me, what do you think about when the Fed talks today at 2 o'clock? And I said, I don't care. They've already announced that they're not going to say anything, and they'll announce it ahead of time. So he means, what do you mean you're indifferent? I said, I'm indifferent because I know where the market's going to end up. I know my stuff's going to end up better at the end of the day than where it is at 2 p.m. So I wasn't scared. Okay, next question, please. TQQQ 64 calls. Okay, so yeah, I mean, I can look at the tech and I can tell you tech was strong. Now, I've been telling you for a couple of days tech is strong, and we're on the third leg of a W. So when you go W, you go up, down, then back up. So we were on the final leg of going up, and I mentioned this about 4 or 5 days ago when the market started to turn. I think it was like maybe Wednesday or Thursday of last week, and I said it's not going to go straight up that W. So tech isn't going to be extremely strong, but it will go up if I'm correct, right? But when something goes up, you always have hesitations. There'll be a day of selling, there'll be another day of buying. But the way today was and the way the end of the day was, and tech finished down $3, yes, it was strong. So if you have TQQ calls, and I think I have some for the 18th, I didn't average down, but I should have. Anytime you have an option that's down 40%, it's okay to average down. Now, real quick, when you average down, say you have one contract. When it goes down 40%, you buy 2 more contracts. If you have 4 contracts, when it goes down 40%, you buy 8 contracts, all right? There's a proper way to average down. You're not entering 4 contracts and then you buy 4 more. You have to double it. So if you don't have enough money for 5 times the number of contracts, yes, 5 times. If your initial purchase is 10 contracts, you need to have enough money to buy 50 contracts, all right? If you don't have enough money, then you can't buy 10 contracts. You're going to get yourself in trouble. If you don't know how to average down correctly, you're not going to make money, all right? Real quick fact, 90% of day traders, people that are actively trading, lose money, all right? Me, 90% of my trades make money. I used to not trade options all the time, but they're so easy. There's so much money to be made. Watch my options video. Okay, next question. Thanks for the question. I got to hold the screen. And new, will you put a strategy in the near future? I mean, the time where I should start long-term crypto ETFs. Okay, as I mentioned about a week ago, I got out of all my cryptos because they were so freaking volatile. It dropped 20% in one day. So no, I won't personally talk about cryptos. I will talk about Bitcoin, all right? 18.5 million Bitcoin has already been mined. So it's out there in the public. Only 2.5 million left to mine. So when the Bitcoin price goes down ridiculously, it's crazy. So many people are using Bitcoin for illegal activities. I spoke about them in my Bitcoin video, right? But there's like just money laundering. You could just use Bitcoin, and it's a big way to transfer a lot of currency. So out of China, out of India, out of any a third world country into a third world country, a lot of deception going on, but it makes it more valuable. There is demand for it. All right, next question, please. Hello, I'm your number 2 fan. I wonder who my number 1 fan is, man. You're my thoughts on RIDE and LI. Okay, so we're going to talk about stocks. I'm actually going to look up some stuff now. Hey, look, people are purchasing memberships to my platform as we speak. But let's go back here. Let's look at RIDE. So RIDE was beaten down. For anybody that doesn't know, the shorts got on it. It was over $12. I think they pushed it down to $8. Right now, it's $11.46. So RIDE was heavily shorted. The EV stocks, even XL was beaten down. NEO was beaten down. Plug, ChargePoint, all these companies were beating down. I'm looking at the 5-day chart on RIDE, RIDE. It looks fabulous, but there's probably another company right along there. If you look at Workhorse, I'm sure that'll match up as well. So when I talk about RIDE or Workhorse or something, I'll look at LI in 1 second. There are stocks that run together. First Solar, Canadian Solar, run together. The 3 cruise ship stocks, Royal, Norwegian, and Carnival, run together. So you should watch them. They should be all 3 on your watch list. When you talk about fintech, like Futu and Tiger, run together, okay? Find stocks that you find that run together. That way, if something's up 5% and something's only up 2%, like D-Dog and Net, with Net is Cloudflare, they run together. Yesterday, I saw Cloudflare, or 2 days ago, was up like 6%, and D-Dog was only up 1%, and I bought some D-Dog on the side, and it went up 3 more %. It was a quick scalp. It wasn't an alert. All right, so let's look at LI. So RIDE, yeah, RIDE looks great. If you have options in RIDE, it's a great play to come back because you know it's beating up. All right, LI also 5-day chart looks awesome. I guess they run together. LI is okay. Now I'm looking at the demand. So if you look at LI, right, go to the 1 month chart. I'm showing you guys how I do it. So go to a 1 month chart on your platform, LI. Now you go back to 510. 510 was an outflow day. Okay, there was more selling than buying since 510. All right, we've had 7 trading sessions. 6 out of the 7 trading sessions for LI have been more inflow. What is that telling you? It's telling you more demand. So again, I'm just keeping it simple for you. LI, ride, look at the charts. Now, where can LI go to? Let's just look real quick. Yeah, it looks like it could probably go to 25. So around 19, you could probably scoop another 25%. And that's relatively soon. If this green energy stuck, and Ride and LI and Neo and Candy, if all of them run together, you could definitely scalp 25%, or your options would probably make about 200%. Somebody showed me Ride options on the side today, and they crushed it. I forgot the gentleman's name, and I'm sorry, but I'm glad. Anytime somebody shows me something and they're using my rules for their stocks, I love it. So that's another thing. Unlike the other gurus, I like when you guys use your own stocks. I like when you see there's demand and there's inflow and point it out, and then you invest the right way. 25% rule for stocks, 25% rule for options, averaging down on stocks, 10% rule, averaging down on options, 40% rule. If you're confused and you're like, what the hell is this guy talking about? $3.49. Join my platform for 1 week. Read everything on my website over and over. Read it every time till it's intuitive. Once it's intuitive, you've got it. With that said, you will get my alerts for 1 week. If you're making money, you're going to find that you're going to stick. Our retention ratio is like 96%. So we're growing. We're doing everything organic. We don't spend any money on marketing. Please pay it forward. Share this video with someone, please. And please like it. I don't know if likes do anything to analytics, but I'm a math guy. You guys know I love math. So if you can like the video, if you're watching the video, please, that's great. Follow, subscribe. All right, you played UVX twice, each time 20% game. Same with eBay. Today was a good time. You entered the January 22nd. Okay, yeah, amazing. You bought leap year calls on Carnival. Guess where I think Carnival is going to be soon? I think it's going to be $35 by the end of the summer. I think it's going to be $45 come August. When you're at $45, you know how much your Carnival. So the safe way to invest in options, after you watch my options video, I talk about you can pick a stock like Carnival, like Delta, like United. You go out a leap year, which means your options expire in January of 2022, okay? So rather than investing $10,000 into a stock like Carnival, instead you put $2,000 into options. When the stock goes up, and it's up, like I say, your $2,000 options are probably worth $8,000. The stock you would have made about the same amount, $6,000. The point is, for options, you need a fraction of the money. So please watch my options video. I simplify it, okay? I really dumb it down. I make it as easy as possible. Must have a Red Bull sponsorship. Yes, so I don't drink coffee. So if anybody's going to get me a sponsorship, I would totally be like a Bang, you know, that Bang energy drink, Red Bull. I don't drink that. I drink Red Bull if I drink vodka, but now we're getting personal, and I don't really drink, but we all know that. ZG dropped 50%. My thought on bottoming. If it dropped today, I would tell you no. Anytime a stock just falls off a cliff, it generally takes a couple of weeks. But maybe you mean it dropped 50%. It actually dropped 50% since like March. So that's what you're telling me. And this is Xylo. We all know Xylo has to do with real estate. And we all think real estate is probably, you know, overemphasized because real estate in Miami is ridiculously expensive, and it shouldn't be this expensive because people are still jobless. So I will tell you that demand sucks. There was more inflow today, so maybe it could looks like it's changing. But there's a wall up after hours, which tells me if there's a wall up after hours, somebody doesn't want this to go any higher than it is. They're trying to sell 2,000 shares, which is like $2 million worth. No, it's like $260,000 worth. So I wouldn't go into Xylo, no, because if there's a short, and again, there's so many shorts at play. When you see walls on the other side of your stocks, okay, that means there's a short. When the stock price goes down from $10 to $9.80, and then somebody puts in a wall on the outside at $9.80, and then the stock goes down to $9.60, and that same freaking wall is there, there's a short in play. Somebody is manipulating your stock. If you don't understand stock manipulation, I talk about it. When I worked at one of these hedge funds, I used to manipulate stocks with the best of them. I was so creative and out-of-the-box thinker on how to take money from the market. That's what the game is. The banks want to extract money from the market. So do you. But whose money do you think they're extracting? Yours, and that's why I'm here, okay? You got an AT&T call, but you made a comeback with my puts. Yes, so unfortunately, a lot of people take chances with AT&T or Discovery. They had a deal. They don't have a deal. People know about their valuations. So there are people in their offices typing out things on their computer, valuations. They're breaking down the company's sales. They're coming out with exact valuations. That's why the stock moves pretty hard. If you're correct, awesome. If you're incorrect, boo. But it's like roulette, red or black. I don't play roulette, all right? That's not a game I play. I play games that I have the competitive advantage where I can beat the house. So yes, I can beat the market. I'm showing you how to beat the market, and I'm proving it. Unlike these other groups, I keep a live spreadsheet. Everything is time-stamped. You guys know exactly when my alerts are going out. So that's what it is. That's what the difference is. And that's why I can't believe this shit's not viral yet. Share the word. Pay it forward, guys. You're paying $349 a week. You're getting thousands of dollars worth of alerts and information. I'm not asking for any more money. I'm asking you to share this. Share it with your friends. Share it with your father. Share it with this guy. Share it, whatever. Share it with your grocery person. Welcome to the family, new guys. Take time. Watch episodes 3 and 17, The Options Simplified. Yes, that's good. Episode 18 is good. Now, say you're in a terrible stock position, right? Episode 14, all right? Now, how do I remember this? I'm good with numbers. Episode 14, I talk about if your stock is down 30%, 40%. So if you're new to following me, and yes, we've had a lot of new additions the past couple of days, watch episode 14. Your stock's down 30 or 40%. I'm going to teach you how to get out from 30 or 40%. Your stock will go up 10% if you're right about it, and you're going to make all your money back. Oh, that's not even possible. Yes, it is. That's what I teach. I teach logical, simple lessons on how to make you better at trading. That's it. It's over. Somebody said to me, hey, I need a day off. Yes, I need a day off. But if there's money to be made, I don't take a day off until the weekend. And on the weekend, I'm still tweeting to you guys anyway. How do I feel about the S-Dow? So yeah, end of the day, it was crazy. S-Dow, the market went from 3.25 down, the Dow did, to 160 down, right? So the S-Dow is basically an ETF. So if the Dow is going higher, the S-Dow is going lower, okay? If the Dow is going down, the S-Dow goes up. So let's just look where the S-Dow ended, because I don't want to give a guess out. You guys know I like to give guesses. I know okay, the S-Dow, it's under $9. There was outflow today. So 3 out of the last 4 days, okay? The Dow's been beat up. 3 out of the last 4 days, there's been more outflow of the S-Dow, meaning they think the Dow is strong. They're expecting the Dow to go higher. All right. We already spoke that I'm a contrarian, and at least over 50% of the people think the market's going to throw up on itself and is due for a correction. No. Not yet. Maybe August, maybe July. But guess what? We're in May. So we get to make money in May. We get to make money in June. And you know what? When it throws up on itself, guess who's going to be on the correct side of that? Us. I'm going to let you know what's happening first if you're part of my platform. All right. So the S-Dow, 881. It actually made some money today. Again, I think the S-Dow should be going down. There was more outflow, again, for 4 out of the last 5 days, yet it spiked a little. So I expect it to be under $8.30 tomorrow. And if it's not tomorrow, it'll be closer to $8.18 on Friday. So quote me on this, snapshot this part. SDOW, it's 881. I say if I'm correct about the market, it's closer to $8.18 by Friday. However you guys take that information. Again, anybody that follows me, I give you information. I give you what I'm seeing. I give you my guess and my estimates, and it's up to you to process it. It's up to you to find the best entry. It's up to you to come up with your strategy, and it's up to you to exit out with profit. It's easy. And what do? We step and we repeat. Step and repeat. And then somebody said to me, I'm going to join your platform soon, but I can't because I'm holding heavy bags from these other gurus that told me to get into stuff. The point is, I do a lesson about holding bags of poop, okay? You get out of it. If you're stepped in shit, you step aside, you get out. You're flat tomorrow. If you only have $1,000 left in your account and you started with $10,000, who cares? You're down to $1,000. You're back down to $1,000 of shit. You either want $1,000 of shit and you're going to watch the market, or you step out, take your 1,000, turn it into 2, take your 2, turn it into 4, 4 to 8, and you're back even, okay? And then you're making money. It's not that hard. Red positions become green. It's easy as long as the market doesn't throw up on itself 8 days in a row, or if it's green 8 days in a row. Usually we take profit, then we wouldn't have our time to re-enter. We only enter on dips. It's like having a sale. You go to a store, they say this jacket you're going to buy is $200. Then the sales lady whispers to you, it'll be on sale tomorrow for $160. Yes, you come back the next day and you save 20%. Same thing when you're entering a stock position, or even more important, an options position. If you're paying $500, but you can pay $420 instead, that's what you should do. Watch my options video. I dropped it on Sunday. It's options made simple. I talk about Delta. Instead of paying like $535 per option contract, I paid $475. I saved $60, which was like 12%. Again, I could have paid what they were asking, but I planned in ahead. So that's it. Plan ahead. It's 14 minutes. Watch it. All right, next question, please. I got to take some water. Even with the red, very surprised, Tiger ended positive. Good indication for tomorrow for those that have options. Yes. So anytime Tiger spikes, say you have options that are expiring on 521. If Tiger spikes, guess what you do? You sell your position, and when it dips, because it dips every day, right? The market was tough. You buy back instead of May 21st, which expired this Friday. You could have bought yourself an extra week. So that's just something we do in the platform. If you have an option that's speed up, you're down 20%, 30%. You sell it when it spikes. I don't care. It spikes. Plug spiked this morning. You sell plug when it spikes. When it dipped at 2 p.m., you buy the same position and you give yourself an extra week. Would have been a great idea if I was around at 2 o'clock. Was very close to buying Tiger options today. Probably should have. So real good with Tiger, T-I-G-R, and Futu, F-U-T-U. They run together. It's like the TD Bank or TD Trading or E-Trade of like China. They're letting you invest in U.S. stocks. So Futu came out and they said quarter over quarter, their revenue or their income doubled. So what do you think Tiger is going to do? It's going to double. So yes, once I get out of my next option plays and the market is green and tech is strong again, guess where I'm going? I'm going Futu. I'm going Tiger. They're going to explode. Next one. Yes. So buy yourself more time. NEO seems to be in the range for the last 2 months. Is there support? Okay. There is support for NEO, but the markets have been beaten up. So NEO is looking to break out. However, the market gets beaten up every time you look good on NEO. Something Jay Powell speaks, the president speaks, something happens, it goes back down, or there's just a bloody day. So it's back to 32, 33. It was pushing 35. It was pushing 35 and a half. I know this. I think the resistance is probably going to be in the higher 30s, 38, 39. And again, I think we'll get there in a couple of weeks. Now, the question is, can it bust through 39 or 40, whatever it is? And we'll see. All right, next question. Okay. You like the stream? Awesome. I like the stream. Share the stream. That's what we need to do. Share the stream, please. Next question. I have September plug options 25. Yes, that's how we average down. When plug was getting beat up, this is the option I mentioned or I alerted. It's on my spreadsheet. I bought so many of them because the next day it got beat up even worse. So I bought $25 options. Yes, the stock was under there, but I was giving myself to September. And I said, you know what? If the stock is higher than $28 by September, I'm going to be crushing it. So yes, attempt to take profit, but I think it'll go higher. No, I think it'll go a lot higher. I have those on my spreadsheet. I haven't removed that. I still have some positions that are expiring this Friday. I haven't removed those. Why? Because I'm thinking with a good market day tomorrow or the next day, plug could actually spike to like $30. Yes, the demand is there. So I like plug. It's one of my favorites right now. I will keep you guys posted. Let's go for a green day tomorrow. Let's hope, is there a way to extend the timeline on green call positions without losing your strike? Yes, exactly what I said. So say you're green, say you're 100% green, say you have eBay options that we got in real cheap or something like that, and you're green on them 100%, 150%. What do? You basically sell those options. You wait for the dip, right? You sell at the peak, you wait for the dip, and you buy the June options. So the point is, say you sell your one contract for $500 and then it dips, you could probably buy the June option for maybe like $5.25 or $5.50, not that much more money, and you're giving yourself a whole nother month. So if you think something's going to run and it's green for you already, like plug or something like that, then yes, get yourself more time, make more profit. That's exactly what we're doing. Okay, next question, please. By the way, we're crushing it today. The time is amazing. I love getting to questions. This is what I love and I like to do, and I care. So I'm going to get into it real quick. I found myself here. I started trading again. I went on Webull. I started posting. People were making comments. The more I posted, the more clear it came to me. So when I share with you guys, it's beneficial to me. I share with you guys helps me see the market clearer. When I share and I try and educate you guys, I'm all on top of this market. That's why I've been on fire for 6 weeks. So someone watching this for the first time is like, dude, what does this guy mean he's on fire? Yeah, for 6 weeks straight. Watch any of my episodes, 1 through 21, 22 today. Watch any of them. We've been on fire. Maybe 2, 3 episodes, something like that. I didn't figure it out. We had the light bulb moment, episode 18, where I said we're just going to trade these ETFs, UVXY, and things like that. Do splits make it more liquid? It really depends on the stock or option. The reason UVXY needs to be a reverse split is because it's going down to 0. All right. If you look at the 5-year history on the UVXY, it started like 1,000. They reverse split it like a number of times. All it does when volatility goes down, it goes down. So yes, you're welcome. It's the easiest thing you'll ever have to trade in your life. Anytime it spikes, you buy puts. Next question. You took a nap at 2. I was trying to take a nap at 2. Your UVXI put, yes. You know why? Because you got a better entry than me. You're up 20% more than me because you got a better entry. But that's awesome picture. First of all, before you guys started following me, and if you're not following me, you should be following me. But before you started following me, were you guys making 55 or 100% or 150%? When I started making this announcements and somebody would keep saying, I made 120% today. That's the most I've ever made on a trade. 160%. If you guys were doing it before, congratulations. If you're new to this, it is not customary that you make 100% over and over and over again. The point is, we have a strategy. We get in, we follow the rules. That's what it's about. Again, follow the rules. Emphasize that. Okay, when options expire in the green, do you make money if you didn't sell with an option expires red? Does it only charge you when it's negative? Okay, so real quick, you can only lose what you invest. If you buy puts or calls, it doesn't matter. If they expire worthless, then you lose your investment. If you buy $1,000 worth of calls, they expire worthless, zero. If you buy $1,000 worth of puts, they expire worthless, zero. If your calls or puts are in the money, meaning they're worth something, your platform will try and give you the shares unless you say do not exercise. If you put do not exercise, they will sell it on the final day if you don't sell before. Another thing, if you have a strike date and say it's June 4th, you don't have to hold your position to June 4th. You could sell it 1 minute after you bought it. I alerted Blink one day, and Blink spiked. That was when they came out with the some type of Biden news, and Blink spiked $4, and the dude made like 400% in 5 minutes. He turned $500 into like $2,500. It was crazy. He said 6 minutes in and I'm out. The point is, you put in your sale order ahead of time. All right, so let's go to the next one, please. I don't mind Matt swearing. Yeah, I would love to swear on this. You know what? No one would watch my videos. You love the cursing too. Yeah, when we have my private live stream up, it's going to be awesome because I love Howard Stern. Howard Stern is truthful, transparent, stuff like that. Maybe he's not. Maybe he's commercialized now. Jim Cramer's commercialized. Everybody is a sellout. I don't want to be a sellout. I want 1 million followers on my platform. I want 1 million of us to disrupt the market. I want people helping each other and understanding how to trade. If you want to quit your job and be a day trader, that's great. I had one dude that made more in one day than he made in his entire month. He showed me. It was crazy. So yeah, that's the end goal. I know what the goal is, to grow small piles into big piles. UPST is no longer on spreadsheets. My thought about reentering. It is on my spreadsheet. If it's not there, it's because you missed it. It's a stock position only. It's not an options position. I think I entered into it on a swing trade at like 102, and I think it went down to like $92, but it's back up at 123. But I will check the spreadsheet again. Surprise me if it's not there. Under stocks, it's in white. It's open on my spreadsheet. Yellow positions are new. White positions are open. Green positions are profit. Red positions are losses. Obviously, not very many losses. All right, next question, please. All right, we'll be adding another small account challenge. No, so I had a small account challenge where I showed you guys how to take a small account and multiply it into a large account. Do I want to do a small account challenge? I would love to show you guys how to take a small account and make more money with it. The only problem is if I give out an alert, right? So now I'm going to have to qualify it. Is it Matt being transparent about his own trade? Is it an alert for the spreadsheet, or is it an alert for a small account challenge? Do you know how confusing that is? I'm growing the platform. I'm doing everything organically. I don't charge much. I do these videos. I tweet all the time. I'm doing Weibo. I do my own trading. It would just blow my mind to do that. Last time I did that, someone said, hey, can you alert this for the small? I missed it. Can I get in on this? Is it still good to buy? So then 10 minutes or an hour later, I'm telling you, is it still good to buy CCL or Delta or whatever the challenge was? And it was just too confusing. If I give a transparent position, I made a purchase, it means I like it. If I'm sharing something with you, it means if I entered into it, I like it. If I'm giving you an alert and I write down alert or I start with a boom or something like that, that means I'm 100% behind it. Yeah, I want my alerts. If you missed the earlier thing, watch the earlier part of this video. If I give an alert, I want it to be as good as gold. I don't want to give you alerts just to give you an alert. So today we did two, both profitable. Yesterday, I think I did one alert. No, we did the UVXY when we sold yesterday morning, so we were carrying that over. That was the excitement. Okay, next question, please. All right, you bought some Delta calls this morning at the lowest dip around 45, and you're so glad you did. Yeah, so Delta runs with Carnival, runs with UAL. Again, I like Delta. I like Southwest Air. I like Alaskan Air the best, but I have Delta myself. That was my options video. The options video I dropped on Sunday night, I gave Delta as an example. I told you when I entered into it, it was $43 flat. So it's not that far off for there. And I think it's going to return 100 to 400%. So if you have 14 minutes, watch my video. All right, next one, please. Yes, always buy the dip, always planning ahead. Roadblocks, puts, bad idea. Yes, because when tech was getting beat up, do you know who was buying Roblox? big institutions. Did you see the movement in Roblox today? Even when I expected Roblox to be off 4%, 5%. It was running flat at the time. It was running up. I think that's a terrible idea. That's just my opinion. Next question. Anyway, for me, it's always about risk versus reward. So if I think something's risky, I don't want to enter into it. If I can lose 15%, okay. But if I can make 100%, that's risk versus reward. If I can lose 50% or make 50%, I don't want to flip a coin. You want to flip a coin, go to the casinos. All right, just a knowledge test. LA call. In the money, 1950, June 21st, purchase at 150. Yeah, I mean, I just told you I like the chart on LI. It doesn't mean I think it's going up every day until June 21st. And I think you mean June 18th. I think June 18th is an expiration date. So June 18th, expiration date, in the money call. Yes, I like it. I'm not sure you're going to get it for $1.50, but if you do, I'd probably look to make about 40 to 60% on a call like that with a pricing like that. So yes, I like the chart on LI. I like the chart. AMC 618 call. I mean, David, why couldn't you have asked this a week ago when AMC was $9.90? I went on a couple times and I said, there's more chance AMC goes to $20 rather than $6. I used to say AMC was going to $6. I still think GameStop is going down. I think it's like $180 or something. I think it's worth probably half of that, $90, $80. All right, but let's look at AMC because that's what you asked about. AMC is not on my watch list, $12.64. There was heavy outflow 3 out of the last 4 days. So I think the AMC run might be down. It went down, 9% today? Bad market day. All right, so I think the Dow is going to recover. So, yes, I think AMC is a decent play. I see what you say now because it was as high as $15. Now it's $12.50. Do I think a $20 call is smart? No, I think that's the worst thing in the world. If you're part of my platform, go on to my option rules. I always talk about in or at the money. Now, if you can't afford it, then you shouldn't be playing options. You need to be able to afford it. So let's go to an in or options. I'll help you out here. 618 AMC. So let's go 618, which is 30 days out. We're going to go to an in the money call, which is your $13 call, and it's selling for $2.14, so $214. So you better have $1,000 on the side. Why? Because if this option goes down in the next day or two after you purchase it, all right, you have to have money to average down. You buy 2 more contracts, then you buy 4 more contracts. Point is, this one contract, $214. It's in the money right now. And if AMC goes up to 20, it'll be worth $7. So your $218 will be worth $700. So you can make 254% if you buy that option. Again, in the money, right? So it's AMC $13, June 18th call, June 21st call. So yeah, I like that one. I don't like out of the money. A $20 call means you think it's going to $25 or $30. That's just foolish. That's one of the people that says AMC to the moon. Now, if AMC was already $16 or $70, then yes, but it breached 15, and what do? They sold off. They take profits. All your fellow apes, right? Apes strong. What did they do? They took profits. That's why AMC is $12.50. It's not 15 or 16. Next question, please. Always in the money calls. Give yourself more time. These are the simple option rules. And purchase AMC when it drops. So when it's at its lowest point tomorrow, if you like those calls, that's when you're buying. All right, let's do the next question. I think we're you have 50% of money on the side. Big profits from Plug. Thank you. I'm itching to get back in before the green days. What am I looking for to enter in position? So good question, right? But if you're following along today, we bought the UVXY puts today. For some reason, if you missed it, what other options do I like? I like eBay a little. eBay was probably beat up. I think it's just under $60. I like Tiger, TIGR options because I mentioned it's been beat up lately, and its competition Futu just came out with ridiculously good earnings, and Tiger's coming out with earnings on May 25th. So if you get good earnings and you get a strong NASDAQ and you're in Tiger, right now, it's $17.50 or something like that, you can expect $21, $22, something pretty solid like that. All right, next question, please. But there are new alerts every day. Matt, what do I think about FCX June 4th, $43 strikes? You got in $1. You averaged down today 90 cents, but it kept dipping. Yeah, materials were beat up. So I don't really have to look at this specific play to tell you that FCX, Cleveland Cliffs, Mosaic, they were all beat up today because Dow stocks and recovery stocks suffered. So it's at $40. There was pretty heavy selling. I'm pretty sure the selling's done. So what do I think? If you think the Dow is going to recover, if you think energy is going to recover, yes, I think you're good. I think you average down good. Hopefully you average down when they were down 40%. And I'm sorry, I don't hope anybody's averages are down 40%. But there's a way to average down. If you're only averaging down, say you're down 20% or 30% on options, you're doing it the wrong way. You're being more risky. And it's, again, about the way I'm teaching you to do risk be risk adverse. All right, next question. So yeah, it could be $45 by June 4th. Matt, what advice do I give those with small accounts? Should you join my platform? Yeah, I mean, people have less. One dude had $84 when he joined my platform. Now he had $584. Again, I keep forgetting his name, and I'm sorry. I think it's Romeo. No, that Romeo might be the other dude. Anyway, yeah. So yeah, if you have $100 or $200 in the market, so here's what's going to happen. Here's my example real quick. Say you have $200 in the market, you don't join my platform, and you don't invest the right way. It started with $120, right? So here you go. You don't invest the right way. You know what it's going to happen to your $120 by the end of summer? It's going to be worth something like $30 or $40. So if you're in the market just to play around and lose 2/3 of your money or 66%, fine. If you think you want to make money, yes, pay $349. Follow one of my alerts. Hopefully you'll pick correct, and your $120 will turn into $240. And then you just have to be smart. If you get FOMO or you have no patience, then no, you probably shouldn't join my platform. You need to have patience. You need to read the rules. You need to follow the rules. Once you start doing that, yes, small piles become big piles. I've seen people with less amount to more. Again, I just mentioned my challenge, $2,000. I'm up 10. I'm up 1,000%. I guess I'm up to 20,000. I showed you guys today. I'm looking to make it 100,000. How long does it usually take to be accepted in private Twitter? All right, anybody for private Twitter. So you follow my platform, right? 349trading.com. Here's what you do. You send an email to support@349trading.com. You include two things. The same email address you signed up my platform for, you signed up on the app for, the same email address. The second thing is your Twitter handle. The third thing, you must request to be accepted to private Twitter. So there are three things. You email support@349trading.com. You provide your email and your Twitter handle, and then you have to request to the private Twitter. You have to request it. I don't request you. Somebody said, dude, you haven't requested me yet. Yeah, of course I didn't request you. I'm busy, and that's not how it works. You have to request private Twitter. So you send the email, you include your Twitter, you include your email address, and you request private Twitter, and then somebody will accept you within an hour. It's very quick. I don't know why there are like 400 platform members on the side that are not part of private Twitter yet. What are you doing? You're paying $349. Get the alerts. Get the lessons. DDD. Do I think it could hit $30 a month? So there's been strong demand for DDD. You always get these stocks, Amy, that move a lot. They're very volatile. So yeah, there's been buying again for the fourth straight day. Inflow was greater. It did go down today, 26 cents DDD, but there is huge demand. They keep pushing it higher. Do I think $30 in a month? Yes, it can hit $30 a month. Does that mean if you're buying call options that you use a strike price of $30? No, you choose in or at the money. So if it's a $24 stock right now, you could choose a $25 strike price and give yourself a month. I'd rather you give yourself a couple of months. Why? Because 3D printing could be big. If this hits $30 and 3D printing's big by September and summer, it could be $60. So I'd rather you buy a couple more months, be a safer play option, and you know what? You might get a huge surprise, Amy. And Amy, I like you. I know you played around with Tesla. Very dangerous. So please, safer plays. All right, next question, please. What do I think about SOS? I don't think any of those stocks are good. I just mentioned Bitcoin. We've already farmed 18.5 million out of 21 million that's going to be produced in its lifetime, all right? So you've already farmed 82%. 82% of Bitcoin is already out there. So basically you're saying that Bitcoin has to go out because SOS, I don't know if they do other mining stuff, all right? I know Evon mines Dogecoin and some other cryptos. If SOS is only Bitcoin focused, I would get the heck out of there. And it's about stepping in shit, stepping out. You're losing $500. Great, make it someplace else. You don't have to make it back at Ebon. You lose $500 here, you make $500 here. The point is, let's make you some money. Invest smartly, invest wise, okay? Next question. What's my price target for Ethereum? Horrible day for crypto. So I mentioned this morning, and I've been out of crypto for at least over a week, and crypto's too volatile for me. I had $1,000 left in Gemini that I was about to transfer into my bank account, and then I saw crypto was beat up today, and then I watched these guys on CNBC talking about, well, maybe it's just a 40% correction makes sense, and 80% correction would be bearish. So I bought Ethereum at $2,500, and then it went down to $2,000. I think it finished the day around $2,700. I'm only swinging it. Once it hits $3,000 or $32, $3,200, I'm out. I think Ethereum is good. I think it will go up. A couple of weeks ago, I mentioned it was on a bull run, and it could hit 5,000, 6,000, 7,000 within 5 or 6 weeks. That's because crypto threw up and lost 30% and then another 40% on itself. So yes, swing trading for crypto. That's what I'm about. Take your profit, get out. all of a sudden, you guys were talking so much about crypto that I was like, I was investing in these mini cryptos and holding and killing it, and then they just got killed. So I took all my money out Tuesday, Wednesday of last week. All right, next question, please. So swing trade. Do I think the SPY will hit 417 by June 2nd? I like these specific questions. I don't have my crystal ball on me, but my charting is pretty darn good. So we're at 410 today. It's been as high as 421. So yeah, I think the Dow is strong. Again, if you look at the 1 month chart on SPY, okay, so anybody that wants to follow along, say you're new to trading, what the hell is this dude talking about? You type in SPY, you look at the 1 month chart, okay? You look at the bottom, which is the little candlesticks, okay? Green means inflow, red means more outflow, okay? So out of the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 trading days, there was more demand in the SPY, which is the Dow, all right? There's been more demand. Out of 7 out of 9 trading days, there's been more inflow. There's more inflow because large positions are taking positions because they know it's going up or they think it's going to go up. So they're taking opportunity every time the SPY or the Dow drops, which is why I'm so strong about Dow stocks. Carnival, Delta, anything with 3 letters probably is going to start looking good. Yes, Cleveland Cliff, Mosaic, FCX, all those. Anything that's been beaten up for a couple straight days, stay the course. Zoom out. I teach a lesson about zooming out. What does that mean? It means instead of looking at the 1 minute chart, zoom out. Look at the 1 month chart. See if the pattern's there. You just might be in a down cycle. So instead of scare selling and losing, right, and then watching it rebound after you sell. Now, if that's happened to you, please pay it forward. Share this video. Share the link. So yeah, 417, not a problem. I'm telling you, it's going to hit 417.54. When it hits 417.54 before June 2nd, sell your options. Okay. Next question, please. Where do you guys come up with these names? Mr. Moist. I am Matt. I thought about doing the professor, but then somebody will tell me, oh, there's already a professor out there. I don't have Twitter. Can I still get your alerts? You need to get Twitter. Unfortunately, you can get my alerts. I have an app up. I have a spreadsheet and an alert on the app, but the alerts take sometimes 2 to 5 minutes depending on what type of phone you're using and what service you're using. And alerts are very time sensitive. If I give an alert, it's because something's going up or down very quickly. There's small percentages. You miss an entry, you're paying 25% more. It's going to kill you. So right now, you really need Twitter, and you should join Twitter. And if you don't have Twitter, you should figure out a way to get on Twitter. And if you're not in a country that allows Twitter, I don't know what to tell you. We do have an app. All of my alerts are on the app. And it's definitely worth $3.49. Again, my alerts from the app in the last month and a half, I have 75%. I have like 44 wins and like 12 or 13 losses. Yeah, a lot of you, at least 60 or 70 of you have added Twitter just to follow me, and I'm so appreciative you did. The great thing about Twitter is it lets me get out live and videos to you guys right away. I'm not a fan of Twitter, but it is good. Before following you, I used to get calls out of the money. Then I started following you. Now I get calls into money. Paid up big times. Yes, it just makes it easier to invest unless you're a great options trader. But if you're usually involved with stock and you want to transfer from stock to options, you buy in the money calls. It's a very safe way to play. Snow. Do I think I can get past it by 240? You on both stock and options. August expiration. So let's look at Snow. What is that? Snowflake? Yeah, I don't know the true valuation of Snowflake. I can tell you that they started buying it again at 196. It's been extremely strong, but I can tell you that it peaked at 237. So I think that's your resistance point, Amy. 237. See, again, Amy, you like the very expensive stocks. I like less expensive stocks that will move more with millennial traders. Millennial traders are not trading Snowflake. You know who's trading Snowflake? People that can afford $228 a share. You know who's trading Tesla? People that can afford $560 a share. It's the institutions. It's big money investors. I like more millennial, more retail plays. $20 stock, $18 stock, $40 stock. It makes more sense. If there's demand or something makes sense, it can really push the stock. No one's pushing Snowflake up 30% in a day. Why? Because institutions do not trade like that. They are very smart. They want the best entries. So they're not pushing a stock up 20%. I'd be more careful with Snowflake. Hopefully that makes sense to you about big, expensive stocks. Just everybody. Big, expensive stocks. You know who's investing? Institutions. If the markets are sketchy like this and they're little up, little down, those stocks aren't going to move. The $8 stocks, the $20 stocks will move. I don't like penny stocks. I don't like $1 stocks. Thank you guys. You understand that. Nobody asked me about dollar stocks anymore. It's awesome. Have we talked about EH yet? No, we haven't talked about EH yet. there is demand for there. There's also at least 1 or 2 shorts in EH. EH is a materials play as well. So materials got beat up today. I already spoke about that. So yes, I like EH. There's demand for EH. There's demand for NNOX. There's demand for Delta Airlines. I saw there's demand for Plug. These are just some stocks that I see volume and demand. So when we have a green market, you're going to see these stocks explode. All right, next question, please. But yes, I like EH. SPI options are 2 times per week, Wednesday and Friday. I didn't know that till this week. I didn't even know that. Somebody told me they had an option once that I guess was expiring on a Wednesday, and they bought it Wednesday, and they're like, is this going to count as a day trade? I'm like, yes, but how did you get an option for Wednesday? So I didn't even know that. Why? Because it's like when you go to a casino, the more bets they give you a chance to win on your blackjack table or roulette table or craps table, the more it's in the casino's favor. They're putting more options out. They're giving you more expiration dates, things like that. Yes, they're there to take your money. Next question, Phil. Oh, Phil. I'm new. Do I have any videos for options trading or sticking with the intraday short form purchases? Yeah, so my options trades, just so you know, for my alerts, they always go overnight. I know you guys can't day trade, or a lot of you can't because you're so close to being a pattern day trading, meaning you do 3 day trades in a 5-day period, and they suspend your account 90 days. I don't want to do it. So yes, watch my options video. Options video number 3. I did an options video I dropped on Sunday, and then number 14 and 17. All these episodes are good. 3, 14, 17, options video alone. Next question, please. Almost done. Is the demand same as volume? No. If there were just 100 shares traded and 90 purchases, so 90 shares were purchases and 10 were sold, that would be huge demand. 90 over 10, right? 90 in, 10 out. Huge demand. Volume is where it's like now someone's trading hundreds of millions of shares. So that's what we're looking for. So when you look at those little candlesticks, the big candlesticks is what you're looking for, and you're looking for green. Huge inflow days, huge inflow day after day. When you see there's inflow, like the stock we just mentioned, is it still on my sheet where I said, okay, yeah, Snowflake, okay? So when Snowflake was 196, it was a buy. Now it's 228. So it's up $30, which is what? 15% in 4 days for a Snowflake, for an institutional stock. But these are huge buys. Okay, next question, please. WYNN. Okay, you know why I like to stay away? I used to trade this. I traded this one 83 times last year for 2,500% profit. I speak about knowing a stock like your best friend. The reason I don't like Win is because Jim Cramer likes it. I'd rather be in Las Vegas Sands, to be honest with you. But yes, there's been demand since $120. It seems to peak at 130. So that's the point, Amy. If you're looking for it to break out, it's 130. For people that don't have as much money, I'm going to look up Las Vegas Sands for you guys. Now, why do I like casino stocks? Because as I mentioned, I was a blackjack player. I won 88% of my sessions. I played blackjack professionally for like 8 months. What am I telling you? All you need is one whale. A whale is a big player to come in and lose $100 million or $200 million in one session, in a 12-hour session. I knew a guy that used to lose $280 million a year. He killed himself, unfortunately. He was not a very nice guy. But the casinos did everything for him because he lost so much money. He lost $250 million a year with them. So, yeah, Las Vegas Sands, I would like that more. I think you can get 10 or 15% out of that, no problem, in the next week or two. All right, next question, please. Oh, we're over an hour, so we're going to do like 2 or 3 more questions. Please pay this stuff forward. Share my videos. I know a lot of you do. Give the thumbs up, all right? If you watch this far and you're watching my other stuff, subscribe to my channel. All these analytics help. All these analytics get me to where I need to be. Everything's growing organically. Again, I want to disrupt the industry. Okay, you're following SI, volume picking up. Options or stocks only. Oh, I know SI. SI is where Kathy got out. It's Silvergate SI. It's very volatile. It was $92. Then it was $108. Then it was this. There has been picked up demand. Yes, it looks great. Ever since Kathy said she was getting out and sold at $92, Silvergate's up to 102. It showed you the other day. So it went up 5 points today. So it was at 97 this morning. Silvergate showed you the other day that it tried to breach like 106 or something like that. If I look at the 5-day chart, I'll tell you. Yeah, it went up to 105. So Silvergate will probably go up again tomorrow. So I'd look for another 6% from Silvergate tomorrow. I'd look for $108. So anybody that wants to see if Matt's right about something, SI tomorrow, look for 107, 108. Okay, next question. Oh, let's see if the volume's picking up. Yes, demand and volume are picking up. It looks good. Do I think it's better to do a vertical long call 6 months out or just buy calls due to the volatility of the market? Okay, when you're in big price stocks, first, Amy, I know you like those. So think, is there a chance my stuff's going to do very well? I saw you did it with Snowflake. I would rather you do that. for shorter plays, like when we invest in ETFs with options, SQQQ, TQQQ, anything like that, it's a more short-term investment. That's the best I can do. Some stocks longer term, some stocks shorter term. Next question, please. We'll do 2 more questions, and then we'll call it a wrap. All right, today was rough. I think tomorrow will be overall green. Wes, I don't know how today was hard for you guys. Everybody, we spoke about having money on the side because we were anticipating a day like this. After good days where the market goes up a lot of money, we make a lot of money. We have to pull out our money. We have to pull it on the side. It's better just to re-enter and be safer. So, yeah, I hope tomorrow's green. I understand if some of your positions were beaten up, but I understand you were probably holding bags before you found me or someone else because it's great to have money on the side. So, yes, I think tomorrow will be better. Again, it's a stock picker's market. So if your stocks are sucking ass, real blatant, all right, you're probably in the wrong stock, all right? eBay is – I mentioned a lot of strong stocks. Look at my – watch the whole video before. You guys rock. Attendance was great. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys later. Have a good night, everybody.